Hi, in this quick video, we will learn about basic prompting techniques for ChatGPT. Prompting is a technique of asking questions to large language models like ChatGPT. You can simply ask some questions, but the response will not be that precise. Let's see an example. Here, if you just ask ChatGPT to explain what is a black hole, type explain what is a black hole, and you can see it will be giving back result in a very technical way. Let's modify the query like this: explain what is a black hole considering me as a 5-year-old kid. You can click on this edit button, explain what is black hole considering me as a 5-year-old kid. Now you can see the response is different. ChatGPT will be simplifying things just to make sure that it is digestible for a 5-year-old kid. Similar to the example that we saw right now, basic ChatGPT prompting technique include assigning roles for our ChatGPT. For example, here you can see you are asking ChatGPT to act as a cardiac surgeon with 20 years of experience, and your goal is to give 10-line summary of each step involved in a heart block removal surgery. And I am specifying the audience. Explain it to an audience considering them as inexperienced 5th grade students. We can also format it like this: author, which is ChatGPT, a cardiac surgeon, then audience is our 5th grade students, then the goal is to give 10-line summary of each step involved. You act as a cardiac surgeon with 20 years of experience. Your goal is to give 10-line summary of each step involved in a heart block removal surgery. Intended audience is 5th grade students. Okay, you can see ChatGPT is giving us the steps very simple enough so that a 5th grader can understand. And now the next prompting technique, which is short prompting. We have 0 short prompting, 1 short prompting, and many short prompting. In 0 short prompting, we are generating an answer without any examples or context. This is simply the prompting that you usually do. Here the example I have is generate 10 Indian boy baby names. Let's try this. Generate 10 Indian boy names. And you can see I'm not giving any specific instructions, just the prompt generate 10 Indian boy names, and it gave me this. We can have 1 short prompting in which we are giving one example or the context. The specialty of large language model like ChatGPT is that it will remember the situations, the context of your previous instruction. That is, it will remember the entire sequence of conversations. Let's add one more short to our 0 short prompting. Here we are giving one more detail. Generate 10 Indian girl baby name and baby girl name like Sonia. In order to type 2 lines, you have to press Shift and Enter. Generate 10 Indian girl baby names and Shift Enter. I'm saying that baby name like Sonia, and you can see it will generate names similar to Sonia. And move on to multi-short or few short prompting. Here we are providing more than one example or context to get the result. You can see the same prompt. We are giving the short few baby names that I like are Sonia, Suganya, Danya, and Manya. Send, and you can see I'm getting 10 Indian baby girl names, including the names similar to the ones that we mentioned. Another kind of prompting technique called in and out prompting. Here the user will be providing the input and also the output to the model, what the model have to generate. In and out prompting is very useful for code fragment generation. We are trying to generate a Python script that collect 2 inputs from the user, the name and email, and it performs the following things. It creates a new file named the name that we gave, and it writes the email that we gave into that file, and also we need ChatGPT to specify what are the steps I need to do to run this Python file. So let me copy this prompt and we will try in ChatGPT. Enter, and you can see it's generating the Python script. Here's a function receiving the name and email, creating the file name, opening the file name, writing the email, then printing that the file was created successfully. To execute the entire thing, it's calling the function. And here comes the steps that I need to follow to run this Python file. I have to create a file with the extension py, then go to the terminal, then run this command. It's very simple. Even a non-programmer can write this program, save this program, and run this program. It's so simple. We can also use ChatGPT for summary and literature kind of prompts. For example, we can make our ChatGPT imagine and create a story about an inspiring story about an introverted girl who discovered her talents. We can have this prompt given to our ChatGPT. You can see this is a kind of summary and literature prompt where ChatGPT is generating the literature. It's giving us a story about a girl, Maya, who had a hidden talent of playing piano. She found that talent and also she found her talent in painting. You can see, even though it's a cooked up story, it's very realistic. Similarly, for literature generation, we can try different styles. To change the style of writing, I can give it like write an inspiring story of an introverted girl in Shakespeare style. You can see the style of the story will change. The standard change to Shakespeare standard. You can see it's a little hard to understand because of the vocabulary usage and all. Write a poem about an introverted girl discovering her talents. You can see the entire thing is now converted to a poem. Here is an example of the prompt. Give me the summary of the book Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Let's try this prompt. You can see it's giving back the summary of the story. The book is more than 400 pages and it's giving back a summary of the entire story. You can see we are giving the role of a mother telling bedtime story to children aged between 3 and 5. Now the story is very simple to understand. You can see once upon a time there was a special boy named Harry Potter and he went to Hogwarts and made new friends. You can see the difference. We can also have other prompts like writing an essay which is structured into clear sections about how to control global warming. If you try this prompt, you can see it's giving me back the sections, and if I am just mentioning that write an essay about how to control global warming, you can see it's going to generate a plain essay about that. You can see you can also try other prompts like writing a 3-minute YouTube video script how to cook a bread omelette, and it will generate that the entire scene. You can see opening scene, the host stand in a well-lit kitchen. You can see the entire plan of how to shoot that YouTube video including the script. And if you want to have some catchy titles for this video, you can ask give me some catchy title for this video. It always remember the context that we had previously, and if you run this, it will give catchy titles for that video. You can see, and if you are not satisfied, you can give prompt like few more please, and it will remember the context and it will give few more titles. You can see. And also sometimes if you want to generate tag for your YouTube video, you can also give some tags for this YouTube video and it will give the tag you can use for your YouTube video. The world is changing. The next big thing that's going to happen in this world will be these chatbots gaining the kind of understanding, awareness resembling human beings. So let's wait and see how it's going to benefit us, how it's going to affect us, and how we can be prepared to face that. See you soon with another video. Bye bye.